That's right.
Yeah?
Sorry, can I cuss here?
Sure, if you want. I'm just gonna bleep it out because I'm fetching. Not a bad person like you.
You think cuss words make you a bad person?
Yeah, I saw a TikTok that said you should go to jail if you cuss.
This is perfect. We should actually let's talk about this. Why are cuss words bad? Why are cuss words bad? I want to know.
Truthfully, I have no idea.
You have no idea because someone made them. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Someone said that sounds cool, and we're gonna make it say something really mean.
Yeah.
And then people are like, yeah, let's do that. You know what? I don't follow that.
Bro.
I don't know who he is. I don't follow him.
Okay, before we get fully started, this is Jordan Beau.
I'm Jordan Beau.
He cusses.
That's like my intro, like a cussing anonymous meeting. I'm Jordan Beau, and I cuss. I'm Jordan Beau. I do things. Sometimes I do stuff. I'm the host of the Vlogcast, world-renowned video podcast, vlogcast, podcast, not a podcast, not a vlog, vlogcast. Whew, that was a lot. I do car stuff.
You should probably change the title of that.
I do car stuff, which is why I'm driving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan. Whoa. Where are we going?
Oh wow, dude. Unprofessional.
We're not.
Your cameraman's.
stable.
He's distracted.
Now we're.
Hey, your front passenger restraint system's broken. That means if I crash, you're not gonna do so hot.
I'm not gonna do so hot.
You're not gonna be doing so hot. We're gonna make a right here. You wanna know why? I have no idea. I don't even know where I'm going.
Do it.
Going.
Okay.
We're back?
We're back.
There's a cop right here. He's gonna yell at us for filming ourselves.
Bro, someone got in trouble the other day. Who was it? For having an air freshener? Britt got in trouble for having an air freshener. We're like, watch us get in trouble for having a camera. Anyways, we're back with Jordan Beau.
That's me.
The world-renowned vlogcaster.
I'm a vlogcaster.
You're the #1 vlogcaster in the whole entire world. How does it feel?
#1. Actually, I did. Okay, so hear me out. I just finally got my stuff on Spotify and Apple Music and some random platform named Stitcher that I have no idea what it is, but I put it on there anyway. Stitcher? I don't know. Whatever. There are podcasts called the Vlogcast. Yeah. But they're not a vlogcast. They're just a bunch of wannabes that do podcasts.
That's kind of like ours.
And with all due respect to them, I don't get that many views anyway yet because I just started. But they get no views. So
okay, perfect.
Irrelevant.
So you guys are all in the same world.
No. They're podcasters. I'm a vlogcaster. So yes, I am the world's most watched and listened to vlogcaster.
Did you know we're the #1 driving podcast in the world besides the one that they fake drive behind the car and do the musical instruments with the people?
That's just karaoke though.
Can I tell you a secret?
Don't tell me a secret. What is it?
Well, I'll tell it to you more off camera, but I almost did something like this.
But you didn't.
Ago.
You didn't.
No, but mine's better. I could still do it. Oh. Yeah, and I'll still be better than you.
Because it's in like a Porsche or something?
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, we're with Jordan Beau.
Hi.
We were talking about cussing earlier. Why is cussing bad?
It's not, by the way. There's not a why is it bad. It is not. I'm not promoting it.
You said why is it bad?
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah. But yeah, it really is just words
that someone created and put a meaning to. And here's the thing. There are certain people in my life that are influential or have a certain level of power, right?
Yeah.
A cop, if I say something rude to a cop, well, he can't get me, freedom of speech, but he can figure out some other way of ruining my day. So I'm not going to do that because I know better than that, right? My mom, I'm not going to cuss out my mom. You know, I love my mom, but I should be able to because cuss words don't mean anything. I'm not going to do something rude to my mother because she's my mother, right? But who the is the guy who thought he had a say? No. Why did he have a say over? Why do I have to listen to his little words he made up with stupid meanings behind it? Why? He can't be important.
Why can't I make up my own words though?
But you could if you really wanted.
Because
you could, and then put a good meaning behind it.
That's what we did. Did you ever meet Kyla or Julia?
Yeah.
So Kyla's little sister Julia.
Kyla's the one who's friends with right now.
No.
Dang it.
Different Kyla.
Oh, I was right though.
But that is Kyla.
I'm good with names.
So my friend's from Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've heard of them.
Julia is like how old? 10? 11?
Yeah, 10.
And she is a stickler when it comes to cuss words. Like
she would not be friends with me.
She gets really, really mad, and it's because she's just taught not to cuss, and she takes it super, super serious.
If you say damn or hell, she gets mad.
I would love to have a conversation with her.
So
and
anyways, so she walked in one day, and I thought it would be funny if we decided to make up a cuss word. I was like, let's make up a cuss word.
And convince her it's a real cuss word.
Convince her.
That's awesome.
We took the word joy and reversed it to Yaj. Or Yaj.
Wow.
It was so dumb. But we sat there and I had her sister say it, and her sister said, I'm like, you did not just say that in front of Julia. And Julia got so mad. Like
she didn't even know what it was, but she was a
she was a
promoter in the negativity of that word.
She's like, you need to pray and ask for forgiveness for saying that. And then we told her dad, and her dad came inside and stubbed his toe or something, and then he yelled it. And she was so mad. And she was getting
at her dad.
Yeah. She was getting so mad because we were cussing. We were saying this bad word that didn't mean anything.
That's pretty cute, actually.
It was so funny.
Well, then we went on to like 3 or 4 different ones.
Yeah, and then we had like 3 or 4 different ones.
And I just kept saying them. She's getting really mad.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question.
What?
Why is my rearview mirror facing that side of the road?
It's because I was looking at myself. You want to look at me?
I'm literally, if I were to look at who's behind me, all I see is Drage. Which is not a bad thing. I just might get in a car crash. No, I still see you directly. Yeah, I'm looking right in your eyes.
Gunner?
I'm looking right in you. You see me in the mirror.
I know, but if I see Gunner, you won't be able to see Gunner.
That doesn't make sense.
Okay.
If you see if you're looking at me through a mirror, I can see you.
True, but
I think that's
I
science.
thought you would be able to see Gunner too.
Let's talk about more progressive things.
Yeah.
Here.
I actually have a question for you. So
Well, I don't want to answer your question. Okay, I'm kidding. What's up?
So how does it feel to hit 600K?
Yeah, that is a big accomplishment.
Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate
Congrats.
you all. It's very nice of you all.
Yeah.
It feels good.
600?
Listen,
How long did it take you to get to 600K?
a while.
Yeah.
From 700, about a year. Here's what it is. I'm not a complainer. You know this of me. I don't complain.
Yeah.
People think sometimes I'm a complainer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Don't talk about it. I don't want to hear about it.
Sorry.
I'm 5'3", guys. Okay, it's frustrating. I'm kidding.
I'm 5'3".
Everyone's looking it up on the internet. I know he's not. What? The issue is with these algorithms, these social media platforms, and here's the issue. Everyone always brings to my attention all these rebuttals for why I could be growing. And a lot of the times they're true. I mean, you could be posting more reels. You could be going on IGTV. You could be utilizing the app's features that you're not utilizing. And in my opinion, if the app is suppressing people because they're not using their features, that's not right. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be forced to use an app's features. I get it from an app standpoint, but I don't think that's cool. A, B, I've been losing followers since before. Every time people tell me that, I'm like, well, this is before that even was a thing. People are like, you should try posting videos on Instagram. I'm like, I did back when I was still losing followers, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
So I've tried all these things in the past, and that's why people think that like I just don't try anymore. No, I've given up on Instagram. And again, I don't usually give up, but like I don't have time to make my Instagram.
Well, Instagram's just not as relevant anymore.
I don't have time. I don't need to devote. I have better devotion of my time towards other things than to devote my time to fixing my Instagram following. I just don't care. I shouldn't be in that situation. Anybody who's posting anything above subpar content, you could be almost posting content. As long as you're posting regularly, you shouldn't be losing followers. And the fact
Especially
that
if you're a girl, like if you post content with your...
With what, Drage? What are you saying, dude?
You said it.
Drage, I post on it all the time. I post a bikini
You should
photos.
start an OnlyFans.
Do you know how many likes I get when I post a photo of bikini? Like 200K. I'm over it. This is why I don't do Instagram anymore. Cause that's not what a platform should be. It's not. But I will post more bikini pics.
So if you're a new content creator, what app would you say to focus on?
As much as this hurts me to say,
TikTok.
because I'm not the biggest fan to be honest, but here's what I would say. I'm nothing against TikTok dancers, but don't go dance on TikTok unless that's your genuine passion. But TikTok, go do what you're passionate about and put creative content up on TikTok.
Does your girlfriend get mad at you when you say don't dance on TikTok?
No, I don't offend her because she is above that. She had to like stoop down to TikTok's dancing level, right? So like she is a TikTok dancer because it's so easy for her that like it makes sense, right? But she's also passionate about dancing, so like that I'm fine with.
Well,
I've said it before.
The only reason you can grow on TikTok so easy is because you have an extra 2 billion people that can see it.
Yeah, and the way their algorithm works is great. Like they're not favoriting anyone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which is good and bad. Like in YouTube sense, you remember for a while they were favoriting new creators, and all of us people who have been putting in countless hours of work were getting suppressed.
Yeah.
And these people who just started YouTube channel would get like, they could literally start getting 100 views a video within like a month of posting, and it was like good and bad. You know what I mean?
It helps you. Well, that's how like TikTok is too. I think if you are a new creator and you post literally 10, 15 videos in a row,
Something's
you're gonna
gonna come out,
have
you're
one that goes to 300K, because it's just like gambling. Like if you go to a casino and you throw $100 in the machine, you're gonna have one hit at least that brings you back 20 or 30, and you're just gonna think that you can keep doing it.
You're right.
So addictive.
But you also can, because TikTok is that easy.
Yeah, it really is.
Like, people always ask me, like this sounds so backwards. People are like, you're just an idiot. But people are always like, why don't you go harder on TikTok? I'm like, bro, I don't find pride when I... So, like, I always say, like these social platforms are our businesses. Like, our numbers are the same numbers that a business gets back on sales and stuff like that. I don't find pride in checking my business on TikTok and getting views, because it's so easy.
Yeah, true.
And that's why I don't devote all my time. People are like, well, you're missing out on followers. I don't care. I really don't care.
But wouldn't you just use TikTok as like a form, as like an ad for your business?
I do, but that's why I don't devote all my time to it, and that's why I only have 800K on TikTok instead of 5 million, you know?
Yeah.
I use it more of like an ad, like extra. But here's the other thing, another issue that I have with TikTok that doesn't make any logical sense to me, and it still won't, no one can convince me otherwise. For a while, there's people who were, this lane's not really a lane anymore. Maybe I'd probably get in this lane. For a while, there was people who were blowing up on TikTok and doing 100,000 followers converted from TikTok a week.
Do Instagram and
A week.
YouTube.
Some more, some less. I did probably 500,000 followers on TikTok in literally 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Did not gain a single Instagram follower.
Oh, yeah.
I have my Instagram connected. I sometimes even did certain promotion. Nothing. So
That's how I
to
was-
me, that doesn't make sense.
The annoying thing is, like, so we were trying to figure it out because Drew and Billy, like, they were on the TikTok trend, like, before TikTok was even a
They were
thing.
They're amusers.
Yeah. They were like, when TikTok wasn't cool, they were there.
Cool.
Not to be rude.
We like a hipster, a good hipster.
But yeah, the trick to that was to do the freaking half of the post on TikTok, then say, go check out my Instagram, and put your Instagram private. Like, we tried that.
Okay, but here's the issue.
Wait.
Go.
We all gained like 10,000 followers in a day on Instagram.
Yeah, but aren't they just gonna see the content and then unfollow?
Oh, 100%. No, that works. I've done it. I've followed someone on Instagram to see something, like, and I know that I'm falling into a scam, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah.
But these people I'm talking about didn't do that. So that's where I get confused.
I always just
crazy.
follow, see the post, and then unfollow.
See, that's always where I like go. Like, I'm like, who's the like, what audience do I have? Like, who are the people that are coming and watching my video just to watch my video?
Yeah.
And then who are the ones that are watching my video to watch the title and thumbnail? And then who are the ones that are watching the video just because they saw it somewhere else and they're like, oh, I'm gonna check this out for half a second and unfollow. Like,
I've been doing YouTube since March
so
of 2016, and I don't have the time for that, to be honest with you. I just don't.
Yeah.
I'm at the point now, and I've been there for like the past year, where like I'm so busy planning like 5 years ahead that like I just don't care what's going on right now. I really don't.
what
genuinely
got you
don't.
into YouTube?
Scootering.
Oh, yeah,
Me and Jeremy were like the third. We'll just keep going this way. Me and Jeremy were like the third creators after Funk Bros. So Funk Bros hopped on right after Tanner, and then we hopped on right after Funk Bros. Maybe there's some in the mix, but like with all due respect, like we're like the
you guys.
we're the ones that did well, or at least put work in. I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's what got us in. We did scooter content for a little while. Then we kind of knew we were gonna have to climb the ladder, which is again sad, but the ladder at the time was so easy and fun to climb anyway, doing bottle flips and trampoline stuff we already did for fun, that it was awesome. I mean, we had the Tempest days, then we started getting out of scootering. We were always kind of trying to figure out the content we wanted to make. And then once Jeremy became a fireman was when I like, it was time to just buckle down and make the stuff I want to make.
Did you can say don't ask this question, but did you
Don't ask this question.
buy out Jeremy, or
No,
do you guys, how did that work with all those videos?
Here's what it was. It's actually good. I've never been asked that before. That's a good question. So with Jeremy, is that my neighbor? I think that's my neighbor. But I
Rachel?
can't tell.
Is it Rachel?
That's Rachel.
Fetch.
How did she walk this far? Really far away from home. Should I say hi? No, I don't think that's my neighbor, but that could be my neighbor. She's not gonna say hi to me. Oh no. Okay, sorry. Quick intermission. We're really far away from where I live.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did she drive here?
There's probably a path that you'd never been on.
Okay. So what happened was, Jeremy always, people might not know this, Jeremy still does plan to come back to social media at some point. whether it's...
Are you allowed to as a firefighter? They don't care.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. I mean, he works 10 days minimum a month, and he can do whatever he wants. I mean, when he's not working those 10 days, he's not a... You know what I mean? Obviously, you can't slander and do stupid things on the internet, but, like, as a mature, responsible adult, of course. what am I saying? I didn't even check for a no U-turn, dude. I'm kind of a rebel. Yeah, so the agreement kind of was like, well, look, we built this. It's now my turn to build this, which was, I mean, when he gave me the channel, what we built was like 250K, maybe 300K. And then what I planned on building was what I did build, 300K to like 1.2 million subs. So I'm like, well, here's kind of how it works. Like, you help me get here. That's going to give me a boost, at least a platform to get myself here, which is where I'm at 1.2 million subs. And by the time I'm here, I should have enough recognition to be able to kind of pick you up and leave you off where we left off. You know what I mean? So if he ever wants to come back to YouTube or here, and even it doesn't even matter numbers, but like, I'm always here. All the work I'm going to be doing is going to be necessary for him anyway if he ever wants to come back. So it's like...
But it was never like a, okay, now that I'm leaving, you still have to pay me 10% or whatever.
No.
That's solid.
And that's like it didn't make sense because of this, right?
Yeah, for sure.
This would make more sense of like now whatever he built. And again, our channel wasn't making a ton of money at the time. I think when because you know how YouTube is. It was a roller coaster.
You go up and down all the time.
And Beau Bros especially had like flatlined or just gone up and down. And when he left, it was at a down point. I had to pick the channel back up.
Yeah.
And then maybe like 6 months later, it was doing really well again. But then it wouldn't make sense for me to be paying Jeremy cuts when he left. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It just didn't. Honestly, there was so much we could have done like that it didn't make sense. But like, no, there's so many things, different things we could say or do. Let's just leave it at this, and I'll help you. I'll be here to help you.
And you guys were always kind of like planning that Jeremy would go to the fire academy, because like
not planning, but he had applied like only a year in a YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because when I first met you guys, I think like the first day he had like a fire academy or something, not a fire academy, but like something to do with that.
Maybe, but you met us.
Because didn't like
right as we started YouTube.
Where'd you go? Because remember I met you guys one day, and then the next day you called me and you're like, Jeremy's busy with this, let's film. And I have no idea what it was.
He did apply. So when you apply for a fire department, or even just for academy or hiring or anything, so this is all kind of what I know. Certain counties will hire every X amount of years. Mm-hmm. So say it's 5 years. If you want to get hired in the next 5 years, you have to apply it whenever you can apply.
Okay.
So Jeremy kind of just threw in an application and was like, I mean, some guys are volunteer firefighters for like 10 years before they even get hired. Jeremy just threw in an application and somehow got accepted. And then from there, it's again like another 2-year process. So you could have seen him when he applied. He didn't hear anything for a year, then he heard back, then it was still 2 years before anything even happens. In those 2 years, he's just checking little things off the list that they're asking for until he finally got put in an academy. So maybe when we met you, I mean, still three, it was probably a 3-4 year process. That's a long time, you know?
Yeah. And then, how'd you meet Jordan?
I met Jordan, I feel like we just talked about this like a week ago. Tanner invited Jordan over to film when I was living in Temecula in the house, and then we have the same name. I think that's like the main reason why we just I like in that
same
video
name, same height.
In my vlogcast and in the podcast we did with Tanner, same height. We kind of go into depth and detail, but like it was kind of just unplanned.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And then now you're living in freaking the middle of nowhere.
I do live in the middle. Yeah, LA. LA is the middle of everywhere.
Freaking LA. Is your goal to stay in LA?
No.
No. Where do you want to go?
I'm considering going to Scottsdale, Arizona.
Dang.
Yep. I like Scottsdale a lot. It's cheap. It's not California.
That's where all the riots were, right?
No.
Where was that?
Portland, maybe you're thinking of?
No, in Wasn't there where Jake Paul like got all like screwed over?
No, I don't think so. I would guess Texas, maybe?
No, there was one in Arizona. I don't know if it was Scottsdale or Phoenix.
Maybe.
It was by a college.
I didn't know that. Maybe it was Arizona.
ASU?
Yeah.
Maybe. I like Arizona. I love Scottsdale. Scottsdale's like the Beverly Hills of Arizona. It's hot, but also, dude, I grew up in Temecula. Like, it's pretty damn hot in Temecula.
Not the same.
Bro, only 10 degrees difference
Really?
max, yeah. Like, bro, in Temecula, you know how many days I went to school when it was above 120 degrees?
Really?
Temecula, yeah,
That
plenty.
sounds terrible.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
No, but it's dry heat, though. Like, bro, 90 degrees in Florida feels the same, you know?
Yeah.
If not worse. Like, you can't even breathe when
True.
it's like, you're like, ugh. You're just melting. But again, I think I can deal with the heat. And again, I don't know. I'm thinking about just maybe renting for a year while the market completely obliterates
Right.
itself, which is definitely going to happen with the way
Yeah,
our
my
world's
goal is to buy a ranch in like either Scottsdale or like in Texas or like somewhere where I can just have a bunch of land so that I can go do some Danny Duncan shiz and just like
Yeah.
blow up stuff and not get in trouble.
at. Yeah, I like that.
But
So you moved to Arizona. Collabs are in LA and everything. You don't think it's like a good situation to be in LA?
No, I don't care at all. I'd say it's more so for Jay because she's a musician and the music industry is big in LA. But also you got to think like, I mean, dude, we know musicians. I mean, musicians who are already developed that live in the most rent. One of her friends lives in Texas, who's a huge musician. I'm not gonna name drop his name, but Tennessee is big for music. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be in LA. And I think what's kind of showed us this year is like, you really, for me, I can be anywhere. I stay out of LA. I don't need to collab with people. I don't need to climb that LA ladder. I really don't need to. I'm good. And if I need to collab, I'm 4 hours away. Like, I have family here. I'm gonna be here all the time anyway. LA, I don't even freak LA. Freak LA. I'm getting out of here. A, B, if you're from LA and you want to collab, you come collab with me. Give yourself a break. Get out of LA. Come take a retreat, and we'll hang out.
So you said you plan the next 5 years of your life. What is that looking like?
I don't really mean the 5 years of my. I mean, I'm just like, I'm busy planning the future, so I don't care about the
So
now.
what are some future ideas that you have planned already?
I mean, the vlogcast was the project that's kind of been like why my YouTube channel was on hold for so long, and that's in my mind like a 5-year thing, maybe longer. Like, I hope that to be a series. I mean, I don't even hope it. It will be a series one day. I don't know if I want to do like, it's not going to be traditional. Like, everything traditional is going away. It'll be something ideally like on whatever the YouTube Red is in 5 years, whatever maybe even Netflix. I don't know what it is, but I want it to be more of like a. I don't know. I always say it's kind of a combination of like the little bits that Carpool Karaoke does outside of the car, mixed with like, if you've ever heard of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld's show, where like it's just I just want it to be a really big dialogue based series, and then ideally I want to do really crazy stuff with the talents, right? Like big budget camera crew, whatever is necessary. There's that. Cars, like ideally cars are my biggest passion in this life, so whatever I do now is just at this point to just own a whole collection of cars that in the long term will be investments, and I can just drive and make other investments. But I love entertaining, so like entertainment will never be able to go away. I don't know what's gonna come in 5 years. I stand-up comedy I could do stand-up. I don't know, but I'm worried about that rather than now. I feel like if in our world, if you worry about now, cool, your now could be doing better than it would be if you weren't worrying about the now. But then also tomorrow could completely the bed.
True.
And I don't like that.
What do you think the biggest thing for growing a channel? Because when I started with you guys, I was at 0.
Yeah.
And now I'm at 156,000 on YouTube.
I did not know that.
Which
That's huge.
is
Congratulations.
in the realm that you guys were at when I met you.
Yeah.
What do you think I need to do to build my channel from 150,000 to then the 1.2 that you're at right now?
I think, like I said, what was the turning point for me was when I split with Jeremy at like $250,000, starting to make the content I want to make. Obviously, it's a business, right? So there's got to be some marketing tactics involved that sometimes can consist of collaborations, consist of some sort of trends. But if you're gonna hit trends and use that kind of social ladder, try to mix it into like the organic content that you want to make as well. So I'd say figure out what again, look in the future, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years down the line, figure out what that you think that looks like for you, and just buckle down and just do everything that you think's gonna lead you there, and keep it organic, because it's the same as everything, bro. Whenever people are doing inorganic stuff, it might do really well for a little, but the longevity of it's always gonna be less. So I would say figure out in the future what kind of content you want to be making and start now. And whatever you want to be making is going to be organic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no one looks in the future and wants to be making content that they don't even like. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
So I would just say authenticity is always everything to me.
Okay. And the last 2 questions.
Yes.
You said you're into cars. Cars is your passion.
Yes.
What is your dream car? Like, this is the car that I want. And then the last question will be, what car would you tell people to buy that you've driven that is just a good practical car?
Practical.
Yeah.
Well, I got the answer for this. And some people are gonna be like, well, that's really expensive, but it's actually like, I mean, there's plenty more expensive cars. Dream car for me. Like, normally I say like unrealistic and realistic, but I mean like everything's realistic.
Yeah.
Like it's 2021, you know what I mean? Like if I want a $5 million car, I'll probably buy a $5 million car one day. So, with that being said, the Koenigsegg Gamera, it's a 4-seater with like 1,600 horsepower.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never driven one, obviously. It's not even out yet. That is what I would like one day. I think like $1.5 million.
Really?
Maybe $2 million.
Oh, so it's not.
It's a 4-seater.
Like it's crazy expensive, but it's not like.
It's a 4-seater. Has a
Koenigsegg.
3-cylinder engine in it that makes 900 horsepower by itself with a new new tech that's created from Koenigsegg.
Is it like GTR 4-seater or is it like
no
Mercedes 4-seater?
Like Mercedes, like you could fit like a 6'5" person in the back.
Oh dang.
You could fit a 6'5" person in the front with a 6'5" person in the back. It's just 4 seats. The most bougie interior you've ever seen in your entire life. I mean, it's a hypercar with okay, so it's 2 doors, 4 seats. It's beautiful. Look it up. Most practical car, Tesla.
Yeah.
And for the
Which
people,
one?
and it doesn't matter. 3 or Y.
Okay.
The S and the Y, the S and the X to me they don't make sense for the price. Like people always say, I want the X because of the doors.
Yeah.
The X is boatier. It's barely bigger. I mean, it is, but like space, cargo, everything, it's not that much bigger. You're paying almost double.
I mean,
Just
to
for
be
what,
honest,
the doors?
The doors suck when you're in between parking spots. You have to crawl underneath them.
But the doors they're awesome. I get it. Cool. It's the only thing like, we were bummed about when we got our Tesla, but like, or she got her Tesla. It was supposed to be ours. That's why I said we. No one get all heated here. But yeah, a Tesla. And for the people who are sitting there like, well, what if you can't afford a Tesla? I promise you, Elon will make a Tesla soon
There's
that everyone can
that's
afford.
like $25,000 soon.
And the Model 3 already, bro, like 30. What did they start at? 35?
Like
35 to 40.
35 is, I'm guessing, around where they start. Bro, come on. Like a brand new Honda Accord
like,
costs $35,000.
This is like expensive, but it's like not break the bank.
But again,
expensive.
compare it to what's in its class.
Yeah.
It's an SUV. I mean, a Lincoln Navigator costs well over $100,000 spec. You know,
Suburban's like 50, 60,000.
like this is almost towards the bottom of its class. Even fully optioned, this costs like $80,000. I mean, an X6M starts at like those sport SUVs, which these compare with because these are faster than all of them, obviously because they're electric. I mean, and again, that's what I'm saying. The performance compares to those cars. Dude, there's nothing like a Tesla as far as like usability. Yeah. And I love those like sports SUVs. I love M SUVs. I love AMG SUVs. Everything. But I would never buy one of those until there was a Tesla in my garage. If Jay didn't get a Tesla and we didn't buy one together, I wouldn't have my M2. I'd buy a Tesla. I'd have to. I can't. I wouldn't be able to live without it.
They're just so practical.
So practical.
One of our last podcasts, we did 5 things we hate about our Teslas and 5 things we love. What's one thing you hate about the Tesla and one thing that you can't live without now that you have a Tesla?
Thing that still bothers me, I get like kind of car sick, usually in the back seat. But the Tesla is so torquey that they make people sick.
Yeah.
People aren't used to like the.
Remember the P100D?
Oh my god, I had
so
a
headache.
Sick.
I've never gotten sick in a car. I had a headache.
Keep in mind, you drove like a dick.
Oh yeah, I did.
So that's not how everyone would drive. But most people aren't used to this kind of instant torque.
Yeah.
If you're on your phone, again, your fault. But if you're on your phone in Tesla, bro, you get so sick. A, B, even not being on your phone in the front seat. Someone like me who doesn't typically get sick in the front seat will slowly start to get sick. And I think we'll get used to that over time when our body gets used to G's like that over and over and over again all the time when all cars go electric. And the thing that I cannot live without in a Tesla, obviously the cliche answer would be like autopilot, but like I can live without autopilot. Both my cars don't have autopilot. Dude, okay, I'll say this. The littlest thing to me, this is the littlest thing that makes the biggest difference. The little gear selector in this car is my favorite.
Really?
The fact that I can go in reverse and switch into drive as I'm rolling backwards.
Oh yeah,
and
that
it's
is
like
nice.
a little.
And it's not like
it's like an RC car, bro.
You don't feel like you broke the car.
Like if I want to do a 3-point turn, it's like it's like a swoosh moment, and I love that. And when I get, dude, you don't know how many times I do my windshield wipers in my M2 to try to go to drive.
Really?
Look like an idiot.
How many times after driving like the Tesla for a while? How many times do you get out of the car and leave the keys in the car or the car on?
I don't think I've noticed it, but I think I do it more than I used to.
Yeah. The other day, I had to take my dad's car because the garage crashed on my dad's Tesla, And I had
Are
to
you
take
serious?
it. We just rewrapped like the top where it scratched. But I had to drive down to San Diego, and I wanted to kill myself because I was freaking.
Is that him now?
Hello?
Hello. This is to notify you that...
This is to notify.
I got
Green.
one last question. So you're a car guy.
I am a little bit of a car guy.
Electric versus gas. People always...
Well, yeah, dude.
What's your
Just heard in
opinion
UK, they, I mean, I don't think it's realistic, but they set, like the cancellation of gas production cars at 2030.
Dang.
People don't think that's realistic. I don't think they're going to be there yet with like the interface and the charging and everything like that, where people are going to be okay with that. But
That's 10 years almost.
here's the thing: I haven't done enough research for a while, and you know how the internet is. You look anything up on the internet, it's a myth.
Yeah.
Whatever. You got to really do. I got to spend some time to dive deep into it. Obviously, for a while, it was floating around that the production of electric vehicles burns almost as much coal in the factory aspect of actually producing that electricity than it does gas engine cars polluting the air. Anyway, I know all these Earth people are going to be like, no, that's not true. Again, maybe it's not. I haven't looked into it enough. Everywhere on the internet will tell you that's a myth, but the internet is a ridiculous place these days. You can't get any true information anymore on the internet. It's ridiculous. So once I do look into that, cool. If electric cars are better for the earth than gas cars, cool. Some people are talking about like fuel cell, like hydrogen powered cars being the real future, and maybe electric's not so much what we thought it was.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be, hybrid technology and or hydrogen or fuel cell and or just more of like the turboing cars being more aimed for emissions is going to happen no matter what. One of those three. Right now, everything's going turbo. So that's what we're dealing with now. Electric cars, cool. I love electric cars. I'm a car guy, so like...
Are you the type of person that has to like, oh, I have to hear the engine exhaust?
Yes,
or-
that's the big issue with Tesla. Like there's no noise.
There's
You don't.
nothing
There's
when you punch
something, and obviously maybe in the future it'll be automated, but like there's
So like
it's
the
just different.
i8's automated.
Yeah, no.
Push your speakers.
But the i8 also is a hybrid, so it has an engine.
Have you tried the new horn on the Tesla?
Do you have a horn?
Have you not seen this?
Boombox. Is that in the car?
That's outside.
Are you serious?
It's
Yeah.
like 10 different horns.
Is that
you can
legal?
Yeah, because it
it's a horn
does the
first.
real horn.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
that's gonna end out the podcast.
I hope I didn't piss anyone
Yeah.
off.
You probably didn't. Thanks for being on, Jordan.
Of course.
And
Thank you.
let us know who you guys want us to have on next time. Someone better,
Way
more
better.
tall,
Taller.
Tall.
Has to be taller.
not as fat.
Oh wait, why? Actually, you brought up one last thing.
Oh my god.
You
Oh,
hate.
Connor, Jesus.
You said you hate other people driving you.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't like the whole, like, I see so many people. I could even tell someone this and they'll still do it. People show off when they're in the car. And I feel like that's
Oh,
gotta lead
100%.
to so many accidents. A. B, I don't like being a passenger. People are just stupid. People don't value life as much as I value mine. And I'm not saying that's you. I'm not saying it's anyone. it's not worth me to even try. I don't like people driving me. There's very few people I trust, like my brother. But even my brother has put me in scenarios where I'm like, I just would rather be in control. And I also don't like that feeling like when you have the feedback of a steering wheel and the road, it feels safer. When you're just sitting at that seat, you just feel like you're just waiting to launch off a
for
cliff.
sure.
And I just don't like that. So I just choose to drive. And I like driving, so whatevs.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. This has been another podcast, The Tesla Talk. We'll see you in the next one.
Hey, we will see you guys. Well, I'll see them. I won't be in it, but
Yeah.
I'll see the next one.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can follow me on Pinterest.
Pinterest at Jordan.
I'm kidding,
Jeremy.
bro. Go check out the vlogcast on my YouTube channel, Jordan Beau, youtube.com/Jordan Beau. I don't even know. Or you can stream it on all platforms, including Stitcher, whatever that is. Stitcher's not going to be giving me a brand deal soon.
No, they are.
They're not.
Go check out Jordan. Jordan, thanks for being on.
Of course, thank you.
And we'll see you guys later. Peace.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.